Hello everyone, how you doing today? My name is Louise Lightfoot. I am the proud owner of Juice Extractions located at 3506 12th Street, Northeast, Washington, D.C. I was born and raised in Northwest D.C., which is about maybe 6 minutes from here in the Leroy Park area. So with that being said, I've been a native of the whole DMV, which DC is only 13 square miles. So it's not that big, which a lot of people think it is, but it's only 13 square miles to get from one point to the next point. So with my journey of looking for locations, I looked at actually 28 different locations. And the leadership and the ownership of the properties that I looked at, they set the tone of saying my prices was too high and they didn't think I was going to make it. So I targeted this place first. And one day I just got tired of looking and I came back here and I got in touch with the Miller Group and they decided to let me have the building. Well, good question. I was 17 years old when I had my first barbershop in Washington, D.C. on 14th and W Street, Northwest D.C. And I started out cutting hair with one of my uncles teaching me how to cut hair at a young age. My grandmother used to let me cut hair in the kitchen, on the back porch, until one day she said, hey, find a spot and we're going to get you into a location. I found that spot and had my first barbershop. Yeah, I have worked for Internal Revenue, Smithsonian Institute, but I just found myself not getting ahead working for blue collar, white collar. Well, the biggest challenge was dealing with DC laws and regulations towards building and operating and just getting through that process. It's so much you have to deal with when wanting to open a business in addition to Columbia, with all the fees that's not necessary, all the red tape you got to cut through. And every time you turn around, there's a new rule or new bylaw that DC has created with the codes. So other than that, everything else is easy. My actual day starts about 4:30, quarter to 5 in the morning. So what I didn't do the day before, that's what I pick up on coming into the actual day of juice extraction operation. Making sure all the food is in place, making sure everything is fresh, especially making sure the employees are on point by getting here on time. Outside of that, the place is pretty much so well put together where this is so easy. We just need human beings that can actually follow instructions on what they were trained to do to get to the point of being able to run our normal shift of juice extractions operations. So, as I have experienced, ain't nothing too hard about this. It's just you doing what's asked of you to do. And that's with anything we do in life. If you put your mind to it, you can do anything. I have a few customers that's dealing with diabetes. A lot of people fail to realize diabetes doesn't come from eating sugar or the consumption of sugar or sweetening items. Diabetes is actually formed from a worm that actually take over the pancreas that allows the good sugar not to be produced. And it makes you crave. And it breaks down the body so frequently to the point where as though a lot of these medications that doctors are actually putting out there, I'm not going to say too much on it if it's good or bad for them, but I wouldn't take it. First of all, what I would like to do is talk to the person first and ask them what they're trying to lose, what they're trying to accomplish. We have to know what they can actually take in as far as the juice. A lot of people are allergic to certain things. So with that being said, you have to target the lower bowel tract to actually begin a journey of detoxing. If we can get through the lower bowel tract first, that's what I like to target it, because everything up at the upper top of diaphragm of the belly is going to drop down. But if you actually extract the lower bowel tract out, you're on a good mission of detoxing. Really be ready for the ups and downs and the trials and tribulations of what people always has told me. I don't think that's going to work. That ain't going to work. That ain't going to work. But I'm a real believer that, putting your nose to the grind and actually having a platform and a diagram, a layout, a ledger of what you want And what you're expecting, can nothing stop you. It's all green lights. It's just like going through a checkered flag.